Welcome back to the channel. Well, today I'm testing electronics. So I brought up a big pile of stuff, which is sat over there. I'm going to flip around in a minute and show you it. Expecting some of it not to work, expecting some of it, or hoping some of it will work. So I'll just use the small telly that we got here, which has, you can switch it to analog as well if you need to do that. But let me flip around and I'll show you what I've got. Right, a right old mixed bag here. I've got an original Xbox, a couple of PS1 Slims, got a Nintendo DS. I've got another Nintendo DS actually, which I need to dig out. A Lynx, that'll be interesting if that works. A couple of PS2 Slims and a whole load of videos there. There's a PS2 tape recorder. That's a label printer. A couple of tape machines there. It's always handy. I know when you source stuff, you like to sell it with power leads, but it's always good to try and hold at least one power lead back, or like a system back if you've got room to do that. There's nothing worse than maybe getting one of these cheap without, you know, if you picked up that for a couple of quid but you haven't got a power lead to test it, you're stuck with it for a bit. So I sold a PS2 Slim recently, but I sold it with the adapter and I was kind of like, oh, why did I do that? But I did manage to pick up this adapter for a couple of quid. Anyway, I'm going to crack on. I'm just going to quickly, like, you know, show you each one as it goes. Important to label them up as you do them because they can tend to sit around and you've tested them but then forgotten what actually works and what didn't. So I'm going to whip through these. So how many things have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 things. I'll find another 3 things to make it 20. I reckon 5 of them won't work. Let's go for 25% failure rate. See how we do. Okay, the first one, the Lynx. I bought this knowing it would probably be spares and repairs because, like, it was beat up. The power supply wasn't in. It was 14 quid, but it's still worth it for spares and repairs because it had 2 games with it. It's been on and has been working, but it's temperamental, and I now can't get it on. I think I need to take it to bits and have a good clean up of it. I was glad that it did actually turn on and there was life in it. So that needs to clean up, and I would need to solder in the power jack anyway. So that's better than I expected. So that's the first one done. Right, just tested the PS1s. They're working fine. This first one, I tested it and it was saying insert format disc to start with. Just cleaning the lens with some IPA, isopropyl alcohol, and then it seems to be working okay. I will, if I ever sell it, I will double check it again just before I send it. This one was fine. I always test them with Tomb Raider just to, but firstly check whether they're coming on, and then check whether the laser's reading the disc, and that's about it really. Have a game of Tomb Raider, and I don't sell them with controllers, but just to check that it's reading the controller that is in there. So yeah, that's that down. Now the PS2s. These on their own, just for the replacement consoles, probably sell for about like 15 quid, maybe a bit under. So that's the sort of price I'm looking for on this. Okay, 2 PS2s, got GTA going on. This one worked fine. This one, disc didn't spin. So there is a fix for that, which I will try. It's normally because this is worn down at the back. There's 2 switches, one here and one here, and they both have to be pressed for it to recognise there's a disc in there. So it could be that unless the actual motor's gone. So I'll try and fix that one. Note on there saying disc not spinning. One works, one doesn't. Okay, onto this DVD Hdd Player. I think it's cost about £7.50. I think I got it with a PS2 for 15 quid. I didn't want to jinx it by saying I've never had one of these that hasn't worked, but I haven't, and this one works fine. Again, it's always handy if you've got a remote for it. So if you do sort of see these Panasonic or Sony DVD remotes, they sell well, but it's sometimes a good idea to hold them back. So you can, I mean, you can operate these on the flip down, but you've got very basic functions. So this just enables you to get it on the menu screen, and then you can clear down the actual hard disk on it, which is, I don't think you'd be able to do by just using these. But yeah, that's tested, that's what I need to test the DVD, so I'm just going to do that now. So we've got a bit of Bruce Lee going in, which is my test DVD. We shall see. Let's have a look. Thinking about it. I've got to change the drive. There we go, it's gone to DVD. Yeah, looking good. It's either the Green Hornet and Bruce Lee or Postman Pat, one of the two. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, I wasn't expecting this one to work. Look at the state of it. Right old mess. And it doesn't. Powers on. There's a tape stuck in there. And it's giving me a F4 error. So, put that to one side, take a look at it later. There we go, F4. Right, this Sony works well. Got a nice bit of trapdoor on at the moment. I did test it with a blank tape, which had some pre-recorded stuff, but I was getting a very fuzzy picture. So, yeah, always good to test it with a known tape that you've got. There's Burt Classics. Right, I'm going to sit here and watch this all day if I'm not careful. So yeah, that one's working. Okay, this one isn't working, isn't playing, and this whole unit is, that doesn't look too clever. I think it's only cost £2, so I might spend a little bit of time with it, otherwise I'll just sell it as spares. Little combi player's working fine, which is nice, because they always go for a little bit more. I've got to test the remote control, but I'll just be pointing it towards my phone and pressing all the buttons. And if there's one that doesn't work, it's quite an easy fix with electronic paint. Z did a video on that a while back, so yeah, have a look at that. So yeah, here we go, this is playing. Bit of Bruce Lee. So that's a nice one actually, I was hoping that would work. It looked in good condition. Sometimes you get a feeling for these, like beat up Sonys. If they look really beat up, I'd only pick them up if they're like £1 or £2. Something like this, I'd go a bit more money because it looks a bit better. You know, beat up ones, you assume they're per parts. This, you hope it will work. Okay, PS2. Again, I've never had one of these that hasn't worked. I've had ones that need a bit of a clean up. So, really, I suppose it's just to check whether it's reading the disc. So I've got GTA 3 in there, I think. Looks like it's going straight in. Looks good. Always a bit of a moment before it starts doing anything. Oh, is it not working? Is this the one that doesn't work? Oh no, here we go. That's the game. There we go, Rockstar Games. So the only other thing that might be wrong with this is the disc drawer might need re-greasing if it sticks, but that's fine. That one's fine. I'll check this controller later as well. It doesn't sound too clever. If it all works but it's rattly, I'll probably keep it as a test one, or keep it for parts. I don't think I'm going to sell that no matter whether it's working or not, so there we go. Okay, just testing this little label printer now. It needs a bit of a clean up, and looking in here, yes, there's battery corrosion. I think it looks worse than it is, so I'm just going to take out these batteries and stick in 6 new ones, or 6 ones with power. I love selling these things. Small, easy to pack. Pick them up for maybe £2, sell them for 15 to 20. Nice flip. This worked fine. I normally like to test them printing a label out, but this cartridge was broken, so that's no good. But I've tested the functionality of the actual machine, and it's all fine. Just needs a bit of a clean up. So yeah, that's all ready to go on. This little Sanyo, not perfect, plays okay, a little bit wobbly, probably because the belt's a little bit worn, but the fast forward doesn't stick down for some reason. So I will take it a bit to give it a quick look, but I don't want to spend too much time on it. If I can't find a quick solution, I'll sell it as parts. Right, this one's knackered, which is disappointing. I think I paid, well, I'll say a fair bit of money. I think I paid about £8. which is a regret really. The mechanism isn't even working when you press fast forward play. So I suppose that's one to check. If you see a tape deck, just press play on it and make sure that the heads come up, and when you press stop they go down, because that's a mechanical thing you can check. Powers up fine, but yeah, I don't think that's an easy fix, so that's a straight to parts job. So yeah, got a few now that aren't working, not good. It's another one that isn't working, but this one I think was relatively cheap, so I'm not too worried about it. I think it's probably the drive belts, so I'll research the price of this. If it's worth quite a bit, I might try and fix it myself, and if I can't do it, it'll go for parts. If it's not worth very much, I'll probably do it for parts straight away. Okay, got one up working, thank God. The Nintendo DS, I bought this for a £5, so that's good. That'll go for at least 20, I think. So I think it's a DS Lite in pink. Yeah, DS Lite. So yeah, cool. That one works. Right, almost there. Just a few more to go now. Got 3 Xboxes. One is the one that looked absolutely minty fresh. Was boxed. The box had a little bit of wear, but the inside, it looks like it hasn't been used. So I'm going to test that, and then it's just onto 2 Xbox 360s, one which I picked up for a £5. So bear with us, we're almost through. Okay, I have just tested this. It was absolutely fine. And like I say, it looks unused. So I don't know if that will cause a bit of a premium on the price. You know, if I can put the price up on that, I'm tempted to keep it, but because I do like having like a boxed one of every type of system, but we'll see. I'm just glad it's working. Absolutely pristine condition. Right, now on to the other 2 Xboxes, which aren't that pristine. Yeah, this one, picked this up a couple of days ago. Guy wanted a tenner, offered him a £5. He took it, which was nice, because I'm hoping I can use the power plug, because the other one I've got was missing part of the power plug. It's got these. It's got the normal composite jacks, but it's got these as well. I'm assuming these are extra audio. I'm not too sure about that. I could look it up, I guess. It's got a hard disk drive as well, which is good, but the question is, does it work? I'm expecting red ring of death, but even if it's a £5 and I've got the power leads, I'm happy with that. So what's going to happen? Oh, looks good. Didn't get any controllers with it, just the unit. Oh, and is that a memory card? Yeah, 64 meg memory card. Oh, that looks all right. Who have we got here? Dan and Griff CFC. Griff Chelsea Football Club. Oh, all right. That looks good, that one. Clean it up. Get it on. Right, and this is the last one in black. Slightly different brick, but it was missing the plug that goes into the brick, and I'm using the one that was with the white one because it's just like a 2-pin sort of similar thing. I've got the TV jacks. Let me put that in now. It didn't actually come with any TV leads. Oh, I've just turned it on. Oh, well, it looks like it's working. Didn't come with any TV leads. Like I say, it did come with the brick, but not the plug that goes into the brick. So it's just a 2 prong or 2 socket lead. Came with these 2 controllers, which is nice. So 2 wireless Xbox 360 controllers, and it looks like it's working fine. So yeah, again, that was a tenner. I picked it up. I got it when I picked up an Atari off Facebook Marketplace, and she just said she had this extra. So yeah, that's working fine. So that is all done. A good couple of ones to finish on. Right then, so all in all, I tested 19 things, and I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 of them are working fine. So that's good, they can go on. 3 of them, that's probably an easy fix. That might be a fix, but I was expecting that to go as parts anyway, and that might be quite an easy fix. So it's 3 of them fixable, and these 4 were... Was this one broken? Oh yeah, that one was broken. That's the one that looks absolutely knackered. Disappointing on these, but I think I'll be able to get good money for parts on those. So I'm not too worried. Especially one of them I paid £8 for. And when I bought it, I was just... The guy didn't look right. You know, just got the feeling. Shouldn't have bought it really. Not too worried about the videos. I think they were a couple of quid each. So not too bothered about those. Again, parts will probably be 10-15 quid. So just flip them out. Get rid of them. Get some banana boxes is what I use. So all in all, I'm okay with all of that. You know, if I'm just don't buy anything, you're never going to make any money. Right, I need to get on and list some of that stuff now. So it will be, make sure I've got a box just in case it does sell. I've got a few things I've got to pack where I'm a bit short of boxes at the moment. But clean it up, get them ready, get them on, and I'll put the mendy stuff to one side. I don't want to sort of spend a lot of time on that. Probably when I'm not sourcing is a good time to look at stuff to mend. So sort of like November sort of time. If I do get the time, I will look at it. But at the moment, my priority is sourcing loads of stuff to sell. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. And hope you tune in again soon. See you later.